Welcome back to Houston Life. Chef, mom, and yoga instructor Jane Wild has gone from pop-ups and farmers markets to opening her very own cafe, Jane and the Lion Bakehouse in the Heights.
Her signature style can be described as rebel baking with a clean conscience. So no seed oils, no fillers, just bold flavor and deep local roots. We love that in Houston. And today she is here with her lime cream pie topped with basil, sweet cream, pistachio, praline. I mean, welcome and thank you, Chef Jane Wild.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm showing you a little crimp. I use my thumb and do a little crimp motion.
Okay.
When I do my pies, it's kind of a signature on how it's kind of like a ruffle. So anyway, a lot of people see that, and then once I get this done, then I freeze it, and I'm ready to bake.
Okay. Well, before we get into the baking, people are, this line around the farmers markets, did you expect to have that cult-like following when you got here?
I mean, come on, like rock and roll. Like I want to be on stage. My first major was theater, so I'm so excited to have, basically the mosh pit, the people coming in line. But I love community and building community. And so every single face and every single person I want to know, and I want to nourish in more than one way, not just food, but in love and eating local.
Jane, you are such an interesting person, and in case our viewers are not familiar, to sort of retrace your steps, you were born and raised in the Lake Livingston area. You ended up going to the Art Institute of Houston, living in Oregon for a time in Portland. Coming back here, your first brick and mortar was a bake shop called John and Jane Doe Bakery in Tomball, right?
Jane and John Doe.
Jane and John Doe. So you've been around the block. What is it about you that gives you this sort of compass to continue reinventing yourself and trying something new?
I just have this open heart, and I love life, and cooking is my art and the way I express it, and folks just love what I'm doing, and that I'm doing something different and unusual in my way. And my rebellion, a couple of years ago, I drank the Kool-Aid of eating local and focusing on nutrition, getting away from heavy metals. You'll see that my pie plates, I bake in glass to keep away from the aluminum, which is heavy metals. And then on top of that, my customers bring them back and I give them $5 and I reuse it. So it's all part of the circle of community, like loving each other, bringing it back. So they come back and then they get that $5 can be a biscuit or another way of eating breakfast with me. And then also the presentation is amazing when they bring that as the host or as a gift. It just blows people away.
It truly is stunning, visually
beautiful.
stunning, visually beautiful. It smells divine in here. But why are you so metal? Why are you so rock star about clean ingredients? I mean, people tend to cut corners and try to save a buck at every turn. Why do you say, no, I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to do it what you think is the right way?
I mean, if you look at the increase in all kinds of things, from pollution to disease to mental health, it all stems from what we put inside our bodies. And so I really follow a lot of nutritionists and people who have paved the way. And then on top of that, just knowing the farmer and knowing that they care about the land and the food and the animals and the sacrifices that they make as a family just to provide that for us. I mean, how could you not want to get on board with that and be right there? And I'm getting to do it and express my art and share about the farmers, share about the local artisans that I use. I use organic heirloom flowers from Barton Springs Mill out of Austin, and it's heirloom, it's organic, and it tastes so much better than just the heavy process.
There are so many reasons to eat local. You've been hard at work on this lime cream pie so far. By the way, the recipe is already on our website, HoustonLife.tv. So tell us sort of what you've done, and how is this different from what people would traditionally just assume is like a key lime pie?
This is a great substitution for key lime. It's not key lime season right now. It's already come and gone. So, but limes are still, everywhere. So you could totally substitute lime juice instead of key lime juice. And what I did was I whisked the egg yolks that I got from Whitehurst Heritage Farm. They were beautiful orange, great protein in them, and then it's going to help the flavor. But I whisked those to get a little viscosity. Then I added some sweetened condensed milk, which is traditional in a key lime pie. A little bit of salt. You saw me put in some zested lime,
delicious,
and some ginger. Now I'm adding some fresh squeezed lime juice that we just squeezed.
And for your salt, are you using, it looks like a flaked sea salt here?
Absolutely, it's Maldon. It's low in heavy metals. If you do the research, it's one of the lowest in heavy metals. So I really think about every ingredient that I put into my pies for sure.
These crusts are beautiful. They're so
you.
thick and flaky.
Thank you.
Wow.
What's your key to creating a crust that is nice and flaky while still being done on the bottom? You've pre-baked the crust, clearly.
Yeah, I totally did. So I took this, I froze it, I put parchment paper, and then I just used pinto beans and filled it to the top.
Wait, you froze the dough before baking it?
I did.
What's the purpose of that?
That helps it hold its shape when it first starts, and it'll set, and then you'll have that beautiful ruffle when you pull it out of the oven.
Wow. Okay, that's a great tip. I've never heard of a chef doing that before.
For sure.
Okay, and we have a little bit of time left, so take us through that and tell us, just show us what rebel baking is.
All right. So real quick, if you can, since we're running out of time, if you can cut some limes into slices.
Okay.
And one of you pick some
basil?
some of these basil leaves,
Okay.
and we are going to garnish real quick. I've got pistachio praline here. I'm going to put the whipped cream. And then for this particular design, I cut the pastry bag at an angle so that I can do this zigzag.
And is this the type of recipe, Chef Jane, that people can really do at home? Like, could someone like me do this?
Absolutely. Like you just saw me. All it was, canned condensed milk, some juice, some zest, some ginger and salt. And I mixed that all together with some eggs. We're going to put this in the oven for like 15 minutes so it's set. Then we're going to put it in the fridge till it cools, and then you're going to top it with whipped cream.
Okay.
Look at that.
This is the
And
final,
then,
guys.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This, we're just going to go right in and slice this.
Look at that finished product right there. Chef Jane, we are out of time. This basil smells delicious.
Keep
using
doing
fresh, locally sourced ingredients. As we mentioned, we have already posted the full recipe on our website, HoustonLife.tv. So if you want to bake it up, do it. Post your photos on clicktopins.com. Chef Jane Wild, congrats on all your success.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for stopping by Houston Life.
I'll see you in the bakehouse.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
see you at the Bakehouse in the Heights.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Bye, guys.
Gosh, that basil smells so good.
And thank you for caring about other people's health and nutrition.